So, ladies and gentlemen, मेरे भाई और बहनों और दुश्मनों. So, today we're going to be doing Saturn in the 5th house as your Atmakaraka, as in what happens when Saturn is in the 5th house as the planet with the highest degree, known as the Atmakaraka. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular position, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your astrological details, you can check out the link here, karasastrology.com, where you'll find my books, reports, consultations, especially my new marriage and career combination together, including my new Vimsamsa reading. And of course, remember, marriage course is going to be active by end of this week or next week, which is I'm going to show you everything in there. I want to show you some of the new tips and tricks and techniques I've learned. So anyway, Saturn in the 5th house. So of course, Saturn as the Atmakaraka in the 5th house is a little bit different from the other Saturn. Why? Because now this Saturn has the biggest responsibility. See, if a Saturn is not Atmakaraka, you can ignore. You can have the free will to ignore certain things. But when it's the Atmakaraka, it becomes the king of the chart. And see, so if you're going to say that Atmakaraka is the king of the chart, what does that mean? That means that that planet has the most responsibility that you will have to do through that planet. That planet is saying, I'm sitting here. Now let me pass on these responsibility to you. Throw it off to you. Okay, like for example, in football in US, the quarterback throws the ball to the wide receiver and they run with it, hoping for a touchdown. So your job is to go to the touchdown with your responsibility. Because here Saturn is going to show no matter what happens within your life or marriage, and this is something you have to understand, when you have this Saturn in the 5th house of Atmakaraka, you're guaranteed to have children. Because no matter what happens, you're the one who's going to have to deal with every single thing connected with children. They get sick from the school, you have to pick them up. They mess up at school, you're going to have to go and talk to the teacher. They get bullied at school, you have to go and deal with that with the teacher. You have to put them you want to put them in extracurricular activities. Violin, art, sports, extra mathematics, extra coding. You're trying to get them ready at the age of 5 for Gaokao exam. Yeah, you're going to be doing that. And no matter what, somehow, some way, life is going to be like, no, I'll take care of this. Why? Because the way you want to raise your children, your spouse will be like, no, I'm going to do this instead. So you'll be like, no, might as well, I'll take this responsibility. So this way I get to make sure that they learn the way that I want them to learn. And also, even if let's say children out there, you will be responsible for, let's say, students underneath you. Maybe even when you were young, you taught other people around in your school. One will be given a very important responsibility of some form of either mantra or some religious activity early in life, which kind of becomes a habit. Saturn in the 5th house, okay, as the Atmakaraka, if these people do not become responsible parents, spouse, householder, and the Gatsby of their community, then this person will be driving a Mercedes-Benz with zero money in their account. That's kind of like the yoga with this Saturn. You'll have the best of the car, the best of the hum, but in your bank you will have nothing. Especially if you see Saturn as the Atmakaraka and Ketu aspects the 12th house. So that's what happens with this Saturn. And the reason is simply because when Saturn is in the 5th, it shows, first of all, this person you will see, they want the best spouse because they want to praise their spouse. They may not care to praise the children so much. They want to have the type of spouse that they can praise and show off to other people. They always show the best strength when it comes to marriage. They'll always praise their marriage even if the marriage is doing bad, which is again kind of works in a way because you are supposed to respect marriage regardless of what it is. I mean, look at Ram, Krishna, Shiva. Everybody has had troubled marriages, but they respected the consort. Okay. So that becomes, and the thing is, your success of your career, you will see, begins to happen, and your marriage improves after having children. You actually begin to put effort in your marriage. And why did I say you're going to be a great Gatsby? Saturn's looking at the 11th house of social circles, network circles. You're responsible for throwing off good parties. Now, unless Ketu is with Saturn or trine from Saturn, don't ever celebrate anything connected with your career progress, whether it's promotion, bonuses, new job offer. But if you want to throw a party, you do it. You can do that. You can throw a party. This is your responsibility. Entertain the crowd. Win the crowd. That's part of you. And then, of course, taking responsibility of the money and family. You're responsible for it. You have to make sure that the money grows. You have to make sure that the money is saved. You have to make sure that the money is spent on the right places. And when you don't, this is when all these things begin to crumble. But see, Saturn is not dealing with the 4th house. Even if Saturn is retrograde in the 5th house, as Atmakaraka, that is the house you're going to deal with. Let the 4th house deal with the 4th house thing, or 4th planet in the 4th house. And when we look at the Nadi concept, like the Nandi Nadi, then we can make a string from 12th from itself and all of that. That's different. I'm talking about Atmakaraka is where it is. That's what it means. No retrogression, previous houses, next houses, nothing. It is going to be your place. Even if you look at Chalit chart, that's just the chal, that's just the walk of the planet in his dasha. Your responsibility is where it is from the Chitrapaksha Ayanamsha. Okay. So anyway, guys, this is my analysis of Saturn as the Atmakaraka in your 5th house. Again, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss this type of videos. If you want to know everything about your chart and my consultation, my academy, check out the links here, karasastrology.com, or you can go to Maka Vedic Astrology, as in karaschannel.thinkific.com. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.